chaotic situation unfold in real time. Russia's attack last night put Europe's largest nuclear power at grave risk. It was incredibly reckless and dangerous, and it threatened the safety of civilians across Russia, Ukraine, and Europe.
Well, for more now, I'm joined from Vienna by Goshawk. She is a nuclear non-proliferation and disarmament specialist. It's good to have you on the program. You know, we just heard the world narrowly averted a nuclear catastrophe. How dangerous was this incident last night?
Thank you for having me. Well, it's certainly dangerous to be shooting at a nuclear power plant and to have a fire there, but thank goodness the reactor building itself was not on fire. It was a training facility, so it's hard to say just how close we were to a nuclear catastrophe, but it's imperative that Russia stops attacking nuclear power plants in Ukraine.
Yeah, you say nuclear power plants. That's because there are several other power plants in Ukraine. I mean, should people, not only in Ukraine, but all of us here in Europe and around the world, should we still be on high alert?
I think yes. It's not clear what goals Russian forces were pursuing in firing at a nuclear power plant facility, whether that was deliberately targeted or it was caught in the fire that was generally happening around the power plant. But as you said, there are several nuclear power plants, and the war is ongoing, and Russia's showing no signs of stopping or turning back, and so yes, it's certainly a cause of serious concern.
And do we know what kind of safety protocols there are for these nuclear power plants? For example, if Russian forces were able to take out a large part of the electricity grid in Ukraine, with these nuclear power plants, do they have their own generators so that they can continue generating power to cool the fuel rods inside the reactors?
Yeah, so as you said, it's important to keep the reactor core cool, because even if the emergency shutdown is activated and the operations are shut down, the core continues to be very hot. And these are pretty large reactors. These are PVR 1000 generating a lot of electricity, a lot of heat. So the core will continue to be hot, and it's important to keep it cool. Otherwise, we're looking at a situation of meltdown. So every power plant would have a backup electricity supply source, and so if the main electricity line is shut and then the backup is shut, then yes, this is the catastrophe we're talking about. So that's important to keep in mind, that it's not just hitting the reactor building, but it's destroying the backup power supply that would be truly the cause for a very dangerous situation. And another vulnerability at the power plant is the spent fuel pond. So once you take the spent fuel out of the reactor core, it's still very hot and very radioactive, and it needs to spend some time cooling down at the site. What you don't want is, again, the cut of electricity supply to that site, or anything else that could cause a fire or somehow open up the spent fuel pond and lead to the release of radioactivity.
Yeah, it makes us realize how close of a call we had last night in Ukraine. Nuclear non-proliferation expert Goshawk joining us from Vienna. We appreciate your time and your insights tonight. Thank you.